Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm the Obscure Angel PT, and for today what I do have in here, it is an Xbox exclusive that it is also available on the PC. It is Crackdown 3. It is one of the most awaited exclusives of Xbox. It is developed by Sumo Digital. To be honest, I don't know too much about Sumo Digital, but I do know that they were the developers of games like Snake Pass, which were very interesting, and we did cover that game on the channel, although it is way too different comparing to this game. Right, so this Crackdown, it is an open world game that for me resembles entirely Saints Row 4. I know it's different, but still all the elements resembles it. So the game, it is using Unreal Engine 4, and I'm using high settings to play this game with 1080p. Okay, this is something really new for 2019, playing a game with a graphic card with 7 years old and the CPU with near 10 years old at the high settings, and especially in exclusive, this is a big surprise. So instead of using MS Afterburner to display the results, I'm using the performance metrics displayed by the game itself. So let's take a look first on the requirements. The game asks for an FX 6300 in order to play this game, and an R7 260X. So in the CPU front we are way below, but on the GPU we are more powerful. Although, yeah, the R7 260X does have a better DirectX 12 support. And talking about DirectX 12, this game only runs with DirectX 12. So looking to the settings, we can clearly see that playing with high, medium or low delivers pretty much the same performance. This happens because I'm bottlenecked in here, so if you have a much better CPU than a Phenom II, you can achieve better results. Although when using ultra settings, our GPU starts to be the bottleneck in here, and ultra settings, it is way too demanding for the graphic card. But if you use the high settings, you can have an average around 40 frames per second with a 1% low of 30s and a maximum of 48. So most of the time you will get an experience above 30 frames per second with something between, 30 to 45, 50 frames per second, which I think it's pretty reasonable. And like I told you, dropping down the settings if you have a Phenom X4, it's not going to help, so just use the high settings. The only downside with this game, in my opinion, aside from, well, the game itself, which I publicly announced that I didn't like it that much, so I believe that if you are a fan of Crackdown, probably you are going to enjoy this game, but honestly I didn't enjoy that much. But that's just my personal opinion. But like I was telling you, one of the issues with this game so far, it is that it is very CPU demanding, and sometimes you are traversing the world and you get big stutters. So this is apparently CPU fault. Another reason to not like this game, it is that if you are trying to find this game on Steam, you are not going to find it. This is a Microsoft Store exclusive, so you need to use the Windows 10 Store, and you need to have Windows 10. So yeah, this is something that not all the people enjoy it, but come on guys, it is time to move on. It is time to get Windows 10, although I could not say the same thing for Microsoft Store, because it still have some issues that seems that Microsoft still don't care about it. So I do hope they think a little bit better on the PC market and improve their store at least. But alright, so one of the other issues with the store is that if you want to get this game, you need to pay the full price for the Xbox. It is true that if you buy this game through Microsoft Store, you will also get an Xbox copy for this game, but most of my users, I believe that they don't have an Xbox, so probably they are going just to buy the game for the PC. And 70 bucks for this game, it is way too expensive. I could never pay 70 bucks for this game, this or any game at all. I don't pay for games at full price. At least I try to avoid it at all costs, but especially for Crackdown, I wouldn't do it anyway. But talking about the performance itself, okay, it seems that I'm very surprised, especially because it is an Unreal Engine 4 game, and most of these games with Unreal Engine 4 usually favors Nvidia in performance comparing to AMD, but in this case it is performing quite surprisingly well. Alright, so I think that's all that I want to talk about Crackdown 3. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Watch the vultures. They spit acid bombs.
Keep hitting those containment tanks.
Units, stay alert. The enemy threat is...
Damn.
Sick move, Agent. Sick.
Once you clear out the guards, drop the force fields to free the militia members.
Can't freeze me. I'm too damn hot.
See a civilian, free a civilian, Agent.
Freeze up out there. You're no good to the people of this city dead. Remember that. The Harlington Cryo Shotgun. Have fun freezing targets in place.
We're coming up on a propaganda tower. Nova's broadcasting more lies. But if we hack in, we can send a message to mobilize the militia.
Rush out! I'm getting behind them! Cover me! Don't tell me! Good for you.
Hack into the hardpoint controls, Agent.
You can't hit me! I have the right to an eternity! You're making a mistake! It wasn't me!
Yes! Those guys will regroup with the militia and be ready when we need them.